Howdy folks, welcome to another beautiful day out here in West Vancouver. So for those of you that remember the video that I made the other day with the price comparisons between Loblaws and IGA, it's linked up here. I actually went to Costco yesterday. We went and did some shopping and I thought, hey, let me have a look and see how much cheaper it really is to go to Costco. Now, I should have done the pricing when I was at Costco, but I didn't. So I was sitting right now and going through the price list and going through exactly the same list that we have, grocery list that we had there, and then getting the Costco prices from online. And it was actually quite interesting. The fact is that Costco was only about $9 cheaper than Loblaws. But I have to admit there's a couple of things that skews that result a little bit. The first one is that these are the prices online through Instacart, and I have noticed that there is a definite price difference between the Instacart prices and the in-store prices. Like a brick of butter is $5.49 in store and it's $6.49 on Instacart if you order for delivery. So in other words, these Costco prices are ordered for delivery at your home. And then, of course, there's a couple of things that, one of the things with Costco is they've got some great prices, but they do not have the full range. I mean, they have what's in stock at the time. So there are a few things that I had to disregard and leave off of the list because it's not available at Costco at this moment. It's out of stock. So obviously buying from Costco has that negative side to it. And then, of course, there's a few other things, like the eggs, for instance, is a lot more expensive at Costco, but the only thing I could price at Costco was their organic eggs and not their normal eggs because they were out of stock on normal eggs. So let's go through the numbers. I'm going to show you this, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drive back to Costco tomorrow and do a proper pricing in store of all the products, and then we will look at that again. Okay, so let's go look at the numbers. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, this is the same list of groceries that I did the Loblaws IGA comparison with. So I just added Costco in the last column. If you look at fruit and veg, Costco was overall $2.68 cheaper than Loblaws. But there was a couple of things like Costco, and once again, this is Costco through Instacart delivery. I know for a fact there were onions in store in Costco, but they didn't have them for delivery through Instacart. They also didn't have kale and they didn't have sweet potatoes. So I just disregarded those prices all over, and we just worked on the ones that was available. So something to note here, the real big difference where Loblaws was cheaper than Costco was on the grapes. Now, on the grapes, Costco has got organic green grapes where Loblaws was just normal grapes, and that was all that was available. So that's what made a big difference. Otherwise, Costco would have been a lot cheaper. On the other stuff like apples, Costco was $1.29 cheaper. On oranges, Costco was $1.36 cheaper. Head of lettuce, $1.27 cheaper. So Costco is overall a little bit cheaper on the veggies and on the fruit and veg, but having said that, also Costco's fruit and veg aren't always that awesome, to be honest, but I suppose. Then we can move on to the dairy. A gallon of milk was actually 10 cents cheaper at Loblaws than it was at Costco. Brick of butter was 50 cents cheaper at Costco than at Loblaws. A block of cheese was actually cheaper at Loblaws, weirdly enough. At Costco, it's a much bigger block. It's a 1.5 kilo block, whereas Loblaws was only a 900 gram block of cheese, but I worked it out per 100 grams. So this is actually the cost per 100 gram, and Loblaws was cheaper than Costco. 18 eggs. Costco was significantly more expensive than Loblaws on 18 eggs, but then again, the eggs at Costco were organic free-range eggs, and that's all they had, whereas the eggs at Loblaws was just, the normal run-of-the-mill cheap eggs. Then meat and fish, their Costco was a little bit cheaper overall than everybody else. $96 compared to $111 for Loblaws. And there the big differences came in. Chicken was about, $3.12 cheaper for 1.4 kilos. £2 of ground beef was $3.72 cheaper. 2 pounds of fish was $1.07 cheaper. Pork chops was significantly cheaper. So yeah, meat and fish Costco is actually quite good at. And once again, I think in store it's even better. Pantry, there was a lot of things that they didn't have for delivery through Instacart. Like they don't have bread. Weirdly enough, they don't have spaghetti, a lot of spaghetti in store either. They just, they buy what they have and that's on the floor. So I had to disregard the bread and the pasta. The pasta sauce, wow, it was a lot cheaper. At both Loblaws and IGA, the pasta sauce was $5 a bottle. At Costco, they worked out $3.52 a bottle because you buy a pack of 4. So that was significantly cheaper. Rice was cheaper at Costco. Flour was out of stock. Sugar was significantly cheaper at Costco. But once again, this is based on a 20-kilo bag, which the other stores didn't have. Box of cereal was cheaper, but once again, this was a much bigger pack. So per pound or per 100 grams, it was a lot cheaper. Peanut butter. That's the weird thing. The peanut butter is actually more expensive at Costco than at Loblaws. So Loblaws, the cheap peanut butter is $5.99 for a kilo. At Costco, it works out to $7.35 for a kilo, and that's also their cheap peanut butter. A jar of jelly was also more expensive at Costco than at Loblaws. Crisps I couldn't find at Costco. Anyway, not on the delivery site. Tortillas was a lot cheaper at Costco because there you buy a pack of 36, so it works out to $2.78 for 10, whereas at Loblaws it works out to $4.25 for 10. Then frozen goods, there Loblaws beat Costco hands down. Mixed veg, $6.49 for 2 kilos. Costco's was $10.79 for 2 kilos. Bag of frozen berries, $17.99 for 2 kilos. Costco was $23.39 for 2 kilos. So Costco was actually more expensive, like $9 more expensive than Loblaws for those things, the mixed veggies and frozen mixed veggies and frozen mixed vegetables. So those best buy at Loblaws. And then beverages, I was actually quite surprised. I thought that Costco was a lot cheaper on the cans of soda, because at Loblaws it's $6.50 for 12, because it's actually $13 for 24 for 2 packs of 12, and at Costco it's $17.19 for a pack of 32. And if you actually do the calculation, it just means that Costco is like just literally 5 cents cheaper for 12 than Loblaws, which was quite weird. I did not expect that. So you can go buy your soda at Loblaws. Fruit juice was actually cheaper at Loblaws, and well, that was on a special they had, I have to add that. And then coffee was a little bit cheaper at Costco. So altogether, if you look at it, Loblaws came in at $268 for this basket of goods. IGA came in at $349, and Costco came in at $259. So it's literally only about $8.50, $8.54 cheaper than Loblaws. But let me go to Costco in store tomorrow and see how the prices compare, because like I said, this is for delivery. So check out for the next video.